Hello. Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly felt like shrinking into the background because you weren't sure how others would see you? That hesitation, that self doubt, that's not random. It starts with how you see yourself. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects every conversation you've ever had and every relationship you're building, and that's your self concept. Whether you're outgoing or quiet, confident or unsure, your self concept is silently running the show behind your words, your reactions, and your connections with others. Today, I will discuss to you a topic that is in your slide. You can see right now how self concept affects interpersonal communication and relationships. In this video, after the lesson or by the end of this video, you will be able to differentiate intrapersonal and interpersonal communication. Understand how self concept affects your communication style. Third, reflect on your own self concept and how it's shaping your relationship every single day. So, that's the objective of this lesson. First, let us discuss what is intrapersonal versus interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is the talk happening inside your head. It's your thoughts, your internal voice, your self talk. That is called intrapersonal. It means what is inside you, or it's your thoughts, your internal voice, your self talk. And then when we say intrapersonal or interpersonal, communication is the talk that happens between people. This is how we connect, collaborate, argue, and build relationships. So when we say intra, that is the thoughts in your mind, your internal voice, your self-talk. And when we say interpersonal, that is the talk happens between uh, people. Okay. So your intrapersonal talk directly affects your interpersonal actions. Example, if you tell yourself, I'm not smart enough, you might never raise your hand in class because you thought to yourself, you said to yourself, I'm not smart enough. It means what you thought is that you are not smart. That's why you do not raise your hand. Or if you believe I'm awkward, you might avoid social situations entirely because how you see yourself affect how you show. Okay, so it affects directly your interpersonal relationship, the way you talk to other people. So your inner voice is setting the tone before you ever open your mouth. It means the inner voice, what is in your mind. So you should have the right concept about yourself. That's the next question. What is self-concept? Self-concept is how you see and define yourself. As I have discussed in the last topic, that when we say concept, the complete thought or complete idea. So when we say self-concept is the complete idea about yourself, is how you see yourself and how you define yourself. So your self-concept will be the one that will, it says that your self-concept will affect your interpersonal communication. Yung pagkikipag-usap mo sa ibang tao ay nakakaapekto, depende yan or nagre-reflect yung pananaw mo sa sarili mo ay nagre-reflect sa yung pakikipag-usap at sa yung pakikipagkapwa-tao. That's why it's very important to have the right concept about yourself. So self-concept is how you see and you define yourself. How you see yourself, how you define yourself, or when you say your self-worth is I am valuable. Your self-respect, I treat myself with care. When you say your self-confidence, I believe I can succeed. Your self-acceptance, I'm okay with who I am, strengths and flaws. So if you remember, last meeting I shared with you about your concept about yourself must be jive, must be in accordance with how our creator sees us, how our creator perceives us. So we must have the right concept about yourself or ourselves according to the perspective of our creator. So it means kung ano yung pananaw ng ating tagapaglikha sa atin, ganun din dapat yung ating pananaw sa ating sarili. And our self-concept is built from our childhood experiences, feedback from family, friends, teachers, social media, society, even cultural norms, or your personal successes and failures. So whatever those feedback from our friends or whatever we have heard or the cultural norms or your personal successes and failures that you believe and accept it to be true, that creates a perspective about who you are and your perspective in life. So whatever you have heard, so it means uh it's like the feedback. Okay, so all those feedback, all those ideas, all those information, and what you see around you are being stored in your subconscious, and whatever is stored in your subconscious that you believe to be true and becomes your belief system, that will be reflected in your perspective in life and how you carry yourself, how you see yourself. So think of it like a mirror you hold up to yourself. But sometimes that mirror is warped by comparison, criticism, or fear. So don't ever compare yourself with others because you are unique. So if you remember, don't ever compare yourself with others and don't measure what you have or your ability with other people because you are unique. So, how self concept affects communication and relationships. So, it is very important to have the right concept about who you are according to the creator's perspective about you. So, last time I have shared with you that you must have the right concept about yourself. So, paano mo malalaman na kapareho na yung concept mo sa concept ng tagapaglikha? Now, kailangan kung ano yung sinasabi ng Manual of Life, yun ang susundin mo tungkol sa sarili mo. Na ikaw ay nilikha, the purpose, the reason why you were born is to dominate in the field of your expertise and dominate that field with biblical values, lifestyle, culture, and moral standard. Your morality must be based from the Manual of Life, what is right and what is wrong, and then your standard must be based from the Manual of Life. So that will result to lifestyle and culture if you are in a community. So, or it becomes your norms. Your norms is based from the Manual of Life. And you have also the mission to infiltrate the system. So I've already explained that last time. So if you have that right concept and it is in accordance with the perspective of the creator, then you will have the right concept about yourself. So that will affect your communication and relationship. So example, your self-concept affects how you interpret what others say. Example, somebody complimented about you. A compliment may feel like pity if you have a low self-esteem. Kapag ka in-appreciate ka, sasabihin mo, hindi naman. Ano yung tinatawag nila na humble pride. A suggestion might sound like criticism when you're insecure. So even though it is a suggestion, if you have insecurity, then you will view that as criticism, negative. Another one, it affects your communication style. If you're confident, you might speak clearly and take initiative. But if you doubt yourself, you may avoid eye contact or second guess your words. So because you don't have the confidence. Another one, self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you're a failure in group work, you may unconsciously act in ways that lead to a failure, proving yourself right. Because you always say, hindi ko kaya yan. Mahirap kasi gawin yan. So, it means, sinasabi mo, that's self-fulfilling prophecy. So, when you declare negative, of course, magiging negative yung reaction mo. So, how we see ourselves is often how we behave, and that becomes how others see us too. So, it's a cycle. So, that's why it's very important to have the right concept about who you are so that you will be able to face people with confidence. Okay, so it will be seen, as I said while ago, makikita yan sa paano mo dalhin ang sarili mo sa pananaw mo sa iyong sarili. Kaya mahalaga. So, you have to refocus, not what other people will say. Kailangan ay lagi kang confident sa pamamagitan ng pag-aalala kung ano bang dahilan nandito ka. Remember, you are unique and you have a purpose, and the Creator has given you the mission. So each one of us, we are all equal in the sight of the Creator. Bawat isa sa atin na may kanya-kanyang galing, may kanya-kanyang uniqueness, may kanya-kanyang mission, meron tayong unique na quality, unique na gift, unique pag magsalita. So the personality that we have is a part of the plan of God to fulfill your purpose. So don't just focus on yourself, but on others. Because you were born to serve, you give to others. So shifting from self-focus to other-oriented communication. How? To grow in our relationships, we must learn to decenter, step outside our own point of view, and consider the feelings, thoughts, and needs of others. So ang tawag dyan ay decenter. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka lang nakatingin sa sarili mo, but you step outside. So, paano natin magagawa yon? Okay. So, this is the first step that we're going to do. Step 1, know yourself. That is centered. It means you already have the right concept about yourself, about who you are. So, in order to have the confidence, you must see yourself according to the perspective of the Creator. Step 2, consider how others see and feel. It means you decentered. Step 3, balance assertiveness with empathy. Means when we say empathy, you understand. So as humans, we are wired to assume people think like us. But they don't, because each one of us is unique. Learning to separate my reality from their reality builds trust and deeper communication. So that's why it's very important. Okay, so I'll give you example. For example, in a class presentation. So every day, where your self-concept is shaping your experience. So every day, we have different experiences. For example, in a class presentation, you think, I always mess up, or I always mess this up. Basta may mga ganyang presentation kasi dahil nanginginig ka or nervous ka, iniisip mo sarili mo, I always miss up, or I always miss this up. So you feel nervous, you forget your lines, you confirm the fear. So instead of saying or thinking, I always mess this up, this is tough, but I can do all things through Christ. So yan ang ilagay mo sa isip mo. It means you are shifting. Okay, you're thinking. Or, for example, na misunderstood ka ng iyong kaibigan. You are misunderstood by a friend. So, you assume they're mad at you. You don't ask why they get distant. So, para hindi mo sila ma-misinterpret, lagi mong tatanungin, let me ask and clarify before assuming. So, lagi mong iisipin yon na kapag ka, di ba yung sa ating non-verbal communication, always ask for clarification. So don't assume. Okay. Another example, uh, when other people compliment you or compliment received, if you have low self-worth, you might say, oh no, I just got lucky. Pero kapag somebody ay nag-appreciate sa'yo, sabihin mo lang, thank you. Gift ni Lord sa akin yan. Yan. So, you don't say, ay, kaya naman, di naman, mga ganon. So, that is, kung mga tinatawag na low self-esteem. So, mahalaga na tama yung ating pananaw sa ating sarili para magkaroon tayong confident. And our communication style is being affected. So, affected. And here I will show you different style of communication. So, as humans, sabi natin kanina, we're here wired to assume people think like us, but they don't. Learning to separate my reality from the reality builds trust and deeper communication. So, these are the different communication style, and you identify what communication style you have. So, as you can see sa slide na pinapakita ko, dominant, dramatic, and contentious. So, when we say dominant, takes charge, leads. Ano ibig sabihin yan? You come out, control the conversation. It means if you are dominant, your style of communication is dominant, medyo talkative yan, na kumbaga kinokontrol yung conversation. So, halos hindi makapakinig sa sinasabi ng iba. So, yan yung isang style. Another one, isa dyan is dramatic. So, yung dramatic naman, ang nakalagay dito is entertaining, expressive. So, it means when you tell stories or joke, often exaggerates, acts out illustrations for dramatic effect. Ibig sabihin, madadala ka talaga kasi grabe siya with emotion. Ayan. And sometimes exaggerates. And then, so that's dramatic. Another style of communication is contentious. Always love to debate, to argue with others. Demands evidence from others to support their arguments. So, mahirap ka debate sa ganitong style ng communication. Bakit? Ayaw niyang patalo sa'yo. They love to argue. And they always demand evidence. Pakita mo, maniwala ka dyan, wala namang ebidensya. Pero lahat naman, all of us, we want the truth. But sometimes, hindi mo na malayan, kada magkipag-usap ko sa ibang tao, parang ganun, may lagi kang ganun. Ang tawag dyan ay contentious. Ganun ka ba lagi? Laging nakikipag-debate? Ayan. So, ang tawag dyan na communication style is contentious. Okay, so, another one, animated, impression leaving, and relax. So, ang animated, nakalagay dito, uses facial expressions, gestures. So, it means, kapag yung style mo ng pag-communicate is animated, it means you uses a variety of facial expression when talking. Pero hindi mo naman yung sinasadya. That's the natural you. Uses many gestures, emotionally expressive, particularly around the face and eyes. So, hindi sa boses, hindi sa gesture ng kamay or hand gesture, but through eyes and facial expression. So, ang tawag dyan ay animated. Another one is the impression leaving, says things in a memorable way. Yung mga tao na kapag nakausap mo sila, yung laging na-i-inspired ka. Okay, they say things in a memorable way, uses words effectively. So, na-i-inspired ka, na-encourage ka. So, kapag nakakausap mo sila, tawag dyan ng mga taong nakakausap mo, their style of conversation is impression leaving. Another one is relax, says calm under pressure. Kahit grabe ng pressure, kalmado pa rin. Sila yung mga tao magandang makasama mo kapag ikaw ay laging nagpapanik. Okay, seems cool, calm, centered, collected when talking with others, even when under stress, not easily affected by anxiety-producing situations. So, hindi sila, masyadong naapektuhan sa palibot. Cool lang sila, Relax, chill lang. Kahit grabe na, katensyonado yung palibot, ayan, relax pa din. So, magsalita, the style of communication. Even though nagrabe na yung kanilang pressure na nararamdaman, but the way they respond is different, seems so cool. Ayan, relax. Okay, another example of, or another style is attentive. He listens deeply. Ano ibig sabihin ng attentive, listens deeply? It means maintains eye contact and body posture that communicates interest in what others are saying. Good at paraphrasing what others have said. So it means they are attentive in listening to you. Maintains eye-to-eye contact. Okay. Another one is the open communication. Ibig sabihin, shares feeling easily. It means they can easily share what they felt. Easily expresses emotions and shares personal information with others. So they are open, their life is open. Okay. They are not secretive. Okay. So those are the people who are open. Yun yung kanilang style ng communication. Other people are friendly. Okay, so yung friendly, it says here, encouraging and positive. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng friendly. It means often provides compliments, encouragement, and support to others. Help others feel valued and affirmed. They wanted the people with them that yung mga tao na nakakausap nila ay gusto nila na iparamdam, they always give value. So, these are the communication styles adopted by Robert Norton Foundation of Communication Style Construct. So, each one of us, we can identify from these 9 dominant, takes charge, leads, ibig sabihin, they control the conversation, dramatic, entertaining, and expressive. It means, it means yung mga taong ganitong style, exaggerated magkwento, contentious, loves to debate, o loves debate, ibig sabihin lagi kipag-argue. Animated, uses facial expression. And then, impression living, ito yung mga tao na kapag ka nagsasalita ay malaman. Relax, stays calm under pressure, kahit na grabe matindi na yung pressure nararanasan, relax lang sila magsalita. Attentive, they always listen attentively. Of course, kapag nagsalita sila, ay pwede nilang i-share kung ano yung ibabalik sa'yo, kung ano yung mga sinasabi mo. Open, shares feelings easily. Friendly, they are encouraging and positive. Okay, so those are the 9 styles of different communications. So reflect on your natural style and ask, does this style help or hurt my relationship? So, kagaya nung example itong contentious. So, yung style ng communication na yan, nakakatulong ba sa'yo o hindi? O yung pagiging exaggerated mo magkwento, baka mamaya hindi na maniniwala sa yung tao. So, what kind of communication style do you have? Nakakatulong ba yan o hindi? So, here's the challenge. Mirror talk. Every morning this week, look in the mirror and say one positive thing about yourself out loud. No sarcasm, no qualifiers, just truth. You're training your inner voice to be your coach, not your critic. For example, I was born to dominate in the field of my expertise. I am destined for greatness. I am more than conqueror. So those are examples of positive, kumbaga, na affirmation. Ayan, affirmation, always declare affirmation every day when you wake up in the morning. Look at the mirror. It says here, say one positive thing about yourself. Out loud, i-declare mo, affirmation. I am destined for greatness. So every day, try to do that for 1 week until it becomes your lifestyle. So it says here, so that you are training here, you're training your inner voice to be your coach, not your critic. So instead na negative, di ba? Kagaya kanina, naku, mahirapan ako yan. Naku, hindi ako sanay sa ganyan. So instead na negative, you declare positive things or affirmation to yourself. I am destined for greatness. So kapag everyday Positive yung dinideclare mo sa sarili mo, tinitrain mo na maging coach sa sarili mo, yung inner voice mo. So you can change how people see you until you change how you see you. So you cannot change yourself unless you change your mindset. That's why you must have the right concept according to the perspective of the creator. So your self-concept is the foundation of your confidence, your conversations, and your connections. So if you want better relationships, better teamwork, or better love, start with your intrapersonal communication. Yung intra, sabi natin kanina, is your thoughts, your feelings. Okay. Your self-concept is the lens through which you see the world and through which the world sees you. So, if that lens is cloudy with doubt, fear, or insecurity, your communication suffers. But when your lens is clear, when you understand your worth and how others see you, you communicate with confidence, clarity, and compassion. So, hindi ka mahihiya. You will have the confidence because you have the right concept about yourself. So, thanks for watching. God bless everyone.